42. A woman scorned, a warrior born. As I stood at the threshold of this new chapter, I knew with unwavering certainty that I was about to embark on the most brutal, soul-shattering and liberating battle of my life. Henny, the man who had once promised to love and cherish me, had long prided himself on being the most ruthless divorce attorney in Oudtshoorn. His modus operandi were to wear down his opponents, especially women, with relentless litigation and emotional manipulation until they surrendered to his demands. But I was not just any opponent. I was a woman scorned, fueled by a fierce determination to reclaim my life, my dignity, and my freedom. The weekend preceding my initial consultation with Natasha, I devoted countless hours to meticulously compiling 3 comprehensive files. These files contained a treasure trove of information, history, and context about my life with Henny, carefully curated to provide Natasha with everything she might need to champion my case. This labor of love required me to embark on a poignant journey back in time to 1994, the year Henny and I first met. I painstakingly crafted a detailed timeline of events, meticulously documenting every significant milestone, triumph, and tribulation that had transpired over the past 2 decades. The task was emotionally draining, leaving me utterly exhausted. Sleepless nights became the norm as I tirelessly worked on the files, typing away in my office until the early hours of the morning, only to rise again at dawn to continue. But by Monday, 19 February 2018, my perseverance paid off. The 3 meticulously crafted files sat proudly beside me on the passenger seat as I embarked on the 80-kilometer journey to Mossel Bay, the winding road unfolding before me like a path to liberation. Natasha came highly recommended. Although I knew little about her, I was assured that she was a formidable force in the courtroom, possessing an unwavering passion and unrelenting commitment to her clients. And that's precisely what I craved, a fierce advocate who would champion my cause with unbridled dedication. I wanted a warrior, not a warrior. I needed someone who would fight tooth and nail for my rights, my dignity, and my freedom. Anything less was unacceptable. I knew that Henny would be a force to be reckoned with. As a seasoned lawyer himself, he would stop at nothing to outmaneuver and outsmart his opponents. His arsenal of cunning tactics, manipulative strategies, and ruthless determination made him a formidable foe. I had witnessed firsthand his ability to twist facts, distort reality, and charm his way into getting what he wanted. I knew that I needed someone who could counter his cleverness, outwit his schemes, and outlast his relentless pursuit of victory. In a rare departure from my routine, I skipped my usual motivational podcasts that morning and instead opted for a playlist of empowering anthems. The lyrics, reminiscent of war cries, proclaimed victory and stirred something deep within me. As I drove, the music coursed through my veins, sending shivers down my spine and unleashing a torrent of emotions. Tears of jubilation streamed down my face, and I found myself shouting out the lyrics, my fist raised in defiance towards the sky. The air was electric with anticipation, and I could almost smell the scent of the battleground. I knew that the battle lines were being drawn, and I was more determined than ever that I would emerge victorious, that I would have my day in court and claim my rightful rewards. As I stepped into Natasha's office, I was instantly drawn to her warm and confident demeanor. Her piercing steel blue eyes sparkled with intensity, and her rich reddish brown hair framed her face with a vibrant energy. But it was her passion that truly resonated with me. It radiated from her very being. I offered a silent prayer of gratitude to divinity for bringing us together, and with a sense of conviction, I placed the 3 files on her desk. Looking her straight in the eye, I declared, "Natasha, I believe you are the chosen one, the warrior who will help me bring an end to my 23-year marriage. I'm already thanking you because I've been spiritually guided to trust that you are the right person for this journey." Natasha's gaze met mine, her eyes conveying a deep understanding of the name Henny. It was no surprise. Their paths had crossed in a divorce case a couple of years prior. But what struck me was the unspoken acknowledgement in her eyes, a sense that she grasped the complexity of my emotional turmoil. She seemed to intuitively understand the treacherous landscape I had navigated, the battles I had fought, and the scars I had accumulated. I saw a flicker of defiance, a spark of courage, and a steely determination in her eyes, and I knew in that moment that she was ready to take on the challenge ahead. With a gentle but purposeful gesture, Natasha pushed aside the box of tissues that had been thoughtfully placed between us on the desk in her private consulting room. She then drew my file, clearly marked number 1, closer and locked eyes with me, her gaze firm yet compassionate. "Talk to me, Elmarie," she said, her voice low and inviting, encouraging me to share my story. Months later, Natasha revealed to me, "Elmarie, from the moment you walked into my office, I knew you were a unique individual. Unlike many of my other female clients who often succumb to emotional outbursts and accusatory tirades against their spouses, you presented yourself with remarkable calmness and composure. The 3 meticulously prepared files you brought with you, replete with logical and systematic details, left an indelible impression on me. Your ability to set your emotions aside and approach the situation with clarity and purpose was a masterstroke. In that instant, I knew I had to help you break free from the shackles that bound you." As I sat in Natasha's office, I knew that I had crossed the threshold into the most intense, most personal, and most transformative fight of my life. Yet, nothing could have prepared me for the twists, turns, and trials that lay ahead. Nothing.